So good morning, students. Yesterday we were doing the poem "The Road Not Taken." Okay. So I'm going to continue with the same poem. I was able to explain that poem. Now today we are going to do the question answers, and I will be telling you poetic devices also which were used in this poem. So for that I'm going to share screen with you. Take out this poem in your books. Okay. So in this poem, "The Road Not Taken." Okay. So yesterday each and every line I have told you, but today we will be discussing figure of speech which are used in this poem. So what are basic figure of speech which are used in this poem? First poetic device that is used in this poem is personification. First poetic device that is used in this poem is personification. How can you say that personification has been used in this poem? Because personification is used for an inanimate object, okay, or animals or birds which look like humans, okay. So it was grassy and wanted wear. So path for that, it was grassy and wanted wear. So underline this line. It was grassy and wanted wear. Here poetic device personification has been used. Okay. Next poetic device which is used in this poem is metaphor. How can you say that metaphor is used here? How can you say that metaphor is used here? Because metaphor is used when two things are compared. Two things are compared. When two things are compared, so we can say that it is a metaphor. Okay? Because here the poet is comparing the path in the woods to the choices that one has to take. Isn't it? Because what the poet is doing, he is making a comparison between two paths in the woods, and there is a comparison that one must make a choice in his life. So we can say here metaphor poetic device is used. After that we have imagery. Imagery means to use figurative language to represent objects, actions and ideas in such a way that it appeals physical to us, it appeals real to us. So can any of you tell me the example of imagery? Can any of you give me the example of imagery? You read very first line of the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. So when you read this line again and again, it gives a picture in our mind. It gives a visual imagery that this picture comes in our mind that we are standing at one place and two roads are separated in two parts. Where to go, we have to take one decision. So when you go through this poem, this image comes in your mind. And there is a line number 11 to 12. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden back. This is not an imagination. It is also imagery, picturization. Why so? Because the pattern of images or pictures coming in the mind. Okay. So such kind of poetic devices you can write down on your books. Now let's move to question answers. So I want your active participation while discussing the question answers. So very first question that we have, Where does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? So raise your hand for that. Your first answer. Dhiren is asking me where metaphor is used. See, metaphor is used when two things are being compared. Okay? So this poem, whole of the poem is a metaphor. Why so? Because here the poet is comparing two paths. Okay? Here poet is making comparison between two paths. So when two paths are being compared, so what poetic device is used? Metaphor. Okay? Clear? Now question number 1. Where does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? Raise your hand for this answer. Okay. Dhiren, you tell me this answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the traveler find him in a situation where he has to choose one path, and he has the problem he faced that the one path is traveled by the crowd, and everyone is following this path as it might be easy, and the second path is dense underground path which is not even spared or disturbed and by anyone. So this means that no one has traveled through this path, and now this is the choice of the poet that what path he wants to choose, the difficult one or the easy one. And this is as compared to the life. If we find that the difficult path, we have to choose the right thing and to get to the success. And sometimes we have to choose the difficult path to get our success back in our hands.
Okay, Arzu, you tell me this answer. Dhiren, your answer was good. Right.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, Arzu.
The traveler the traveler finds himself in the yellow woods at a point where the road forks into two. The problem that he faces that he cannot decide which road to take to continue his journey since it was not possible for him to travel both roads at the same time. Ma'am, I have just written only this.
Okay, okay. So the traveler finds himself at the divergent. Okay, it means there was a path which was going in two directions. Okay, and he is facing a problem because it is very much difficult for him to decide which path he should take to continue his journey, because it was not possible for him to travel both the paths at one time. So that's why he is facing that difficulty. Okay, now let's move to question number 2. Discuss what these phrases mean to you. A yellow wood. When I explained this poem, so I told you in detail the meaning of a yellow wood. I told you yesterday. What is the meaning of yellow wood? When you will explain yellow wood, you have to tell the season also. I'm giving you a hint. You have to tell the season also. Okay, now tell me the meaning of a yellow wood. A yellow wood. Yellow wood means which season is there? First tell what which season is there. This answer is so simple. I will not be giving you hint for this answer because I explained it yesterday in detail. Okay, Divyanshi, you tell me.
Ma'am, autumn.
Yes, Divyanshi.
Ma'am, autumn season.
Autumn season.
And wood means forest.
Okay, autumn season, and explain what is the meaning of yellow wood.
Ma'am, wood means forest and autumn. Yellow
What
means
the explanation of
autumn.
this answer? Vanshika, you tell me better. And Divyanshi, listen carefully. Yes, Vanshika, tell me. Yes, Vanshika, tell me. Vanshika, tell me this answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, yellow wood means in autumn season, leaves fall down and become dry and yellow.
Yes, because in autumn season, what happens? The poet is symbolically telling about old age, because yellow wood means autumn season, and autumn corresponds to old age, and it is here yellow wood means a later stage of life. Autumn season, as trees become dry and they fall down, so here yellow wood, it means the later stage of a life when people become old. You also write down its symbolic meaning. After writing the meaning of yellow wood, write down its symbolic meaning, the later stage of life when people becomes old. Okay. Now let's move to second question. It was grassy and wanted wear. It was grassy and wanted wear. Okay, Arvind, you tell me. Meaning of the line, it was grassy and wanted wear.
The road was grassy because it was a less travel led road. Double LED road.
Double LED. What's the meaning of this thing? See, this conveys that the path was full of grass. It was grassy.
Yes.
The path was full of grass, and it was and wanted wear. It means nobody had used this path, so it was not worn out. It was used by very less people. It was used by very less people. It was full of grass, nobody had used it. It was not worn out, or it was used by very less people. Now, next phrase we have is the passing there. The passing there. Very simple line. Passing there means the use of path by people passing through the forest. The use of the path by people passing through the forest. The use of the path by people by people passing through the forest. The use of the path by people passing through the forest. Now next is leaves no step had trodden black. Leaves no step had trodden black. It means the leaves of the color has not become black. The leaves of the color had not become black because of very few people were stepping on them. So what does it symbolize? It symbolizes that this path is not taken by people. It could symbolize a path. One is that this path is never used in life. Why it is not used by so many people in life? Because of uncertainty. Nobody is responding in the class because they were uncertain what will happen in future. They were uncertain, they were not sure. So that's why this path was not used by so many people. Leaves no step had trodden black. It means the path is not black. It is not used by so many people because people were uncertain. They were not sure that what will happen. So that's why this phrase is used. Now next phrase we have how way leads on to way. How way leads on to way. It means how certain decisions one makes in life could could make the way from many other decisions. Okay, how way leads on to way, it means that how certain decisions one makes in life could pave the way for many other decisions, could pave the way for many other decisions. So you have to use the meaning in this way. Is there any difference between the two roads as the poet describes them in stanza 2 and 3? You go through stanza 2nd and 3rd and tell me. You go through stanza 2nd and 3rd and tell me. Is there any difference between the two roads as the poet describes them in stanzas 2 and 3? That the only difference between the two roads, that was the, who is going to tell me this answer? Okay, Vanshika, you try it. Vanshika Nagpal,
Yes, ma'am.
you tell me this answer according to stanza 2 and 3. What is the difference between two roads that the poet is describing?
The poet is making a differentiate between both two roads.
Yes.
1 minute.
All of you go through stanza 2nd and 3rd again and tell me according to poet's opinion, how does he make difference? Okay, Jaiti, you try this answer.
Yes, ma'am. The poet makes a comparison between both the roads. In the second stanza, he finds that the second path is less wanted where it is less traveled by the people or very few people are stepping on it. But in the third stanza, he finds that both the roads are equally same. The leaves are scattered in the same way on both the roads, as it is the morning time, so no one has traveled on the road. So he decides that he would keep the first road for another day when he would not be satisfied with the result of the second path which he has chosen.
Okay, good. Well tried. So according to stanza, according to second stanza, the poet is explaining that the only difference between the two roads is that the road he took had the right to be chosen. Okay, it means one of the road was covered with grass. It means it was not used by so many people. But at the end of the stanza, he says that both the roads equally worn down by people. But in stanza 3, he says that on that morning, both the roads were equally covered with leaves and no person had gone on that path. No person had stepped on that path. Okay. Now you go through the last two lines of the poem and tell me, according to the last two lines of the poem, what the poet is saying. According to the last two lines of the poem, the poet is saying that there is a huge difference between two roads because he took the road that was less traveled by, and this had made all the difference to his journey, because whatever the path he has chosen, this path was less traveled, and this is only making a difference. Okay. Okay, Arzu, what do you want to say? Yes, Arzu?
No, ma'am, I don't want to say.
You have raised your hand, beta, that's why.
Answer, ma'am.
Now, any of the child who wants to give this answer, I will be appreciating that child who will be telling me this answer. Okay, Dhiren, you try.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the poet says that in the last two lines of the poem that the both the roads are very different, as he says in the last two line that he picks up the road which was less traveled by anyone and which made all the whole difference. And if we find this as the one road is grassy and plain and another one is undergrown, which shows that the both the roads are very different, and one road which is not taken by the all of the people is taken by the one who want to be different.
Okay. Yes, good. Well tried. Now let's move to next question. What do you think the last two lines of the poem mean? Looking back, does the poet regret his choice or accept it? So according to the last line of the poem, it means he is accepting reality. The poet has made a choice and he is ready to accept the challenges. And he has made up his mind to choose that path which is unexplored. Because he wanted to do something different in his life. He did not want to become the part of the crowd. So that's why he chose that path which was less traveled. And what do you think? At last he regrets in his life? No, he does not regret in his life. So all of you prepare this answer. I can ask any of the child to tell me this answer. Okay, Kriti Verma, you tell me.
After a long time, the poet thinks of the choice he made. He did not take the beaten path, he took a challenging one. Now he appears to regret the choice he made, but he was not satisfied with his present lot.
Good. Very good. Well tried. Now, any other child? Prepare this answer in detail. Good. Well tried. Okay, Divya, you tell me what have you written?
Yes, ma'am. The poet accepts the reality. He made the choice to accept the circumstances. He don't wanted to be in the herd of sheep, so he chose the path that was full of grass and wanted beer, as few people had choose it due to the uncertainty. So he was the one who was different and apart from the group of travelers.
Okay, good. Now, Nitya, what have you written? Nitya, you try to tell me this answer. Yes, Nitya? Your answer is ready or not? Kavarnoor, what have you written in your answer? Kavarnoor, what have you written? Yes, Kavarnoor? No answer. See these.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta, tell me answer. What have
Good
you
morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
The last two lines of the poem mean to accept means that the poet at last accept the reality. He didn't go with the crowd. He makes his new creativity and goes on that path which gives the good results to him.
Okay, good. Well tried. Ashmeet Kaur, what have you written in this answer? Yes, Ashmeet Kaur. Yes, Ashmeet Kaur, what have you written? See, these students are not responding in class. So the last two lines means the acceptance of reality. The poet has chosen a challenging path. He is ready to accept the challenges. And he has chosen that path which is traveled by very less people. because he did not want to become the part of a crowd. He wanted to do something different in his life. So that's why he chose that path which was traveled less by people. And I think no, he does not regret about his choice. Now, next part, second part. Have you ever had to make a difficult choice, or do you think you will have difficult choice to make? How will you make the choice, for what reasons? So this answer is vary from one child to another because it is your personal opinion. You have to tell that, you have to share your experience, that were you stuck in one situation where you have to make choice between two options, okay, and it was really a difficult choice for you. So I will appreciate those children who will be sharing their personal experience with me. So who is going to raise hand, who is so eager to share their experience? Tell me. Okay. Arvind, you tell me.
Such situations occur in everyone's life. In today's world, people have numerous alternatives, but the decision should be taken after the considering after considering all the problem and the situation. We must ruminate over the disadvantages also. Students can write.
Yes. Try. Try to speak. Yes. Okay, Ridhima, you tell me, beta. You have raised your hand. Okay, Ridhima. Yes.
These type of situation occur in our daily life. We can handle these type of situation with our own mind and own strategies. We should play a safer side to pretend like we are playing a good game. I think I will choose a easier path for myself to carry on a good and straightforward smooth life.
Good. Very well done. Very well tried. You have spoken. You are honest. So whatever was going in your mind, you have shared with us. So that's really good. Okay, I appreciate such kind of students. Keep on participating in my class. Now, Simran, you tell me, what do you think?
Ma'am, can you please one time more repeat the question, please, ma'am? Ma'am, actually the net. Ma'am, your voice is not coming. Ma'am, your voice is not coming. Ma'am, I'm not able to hear you, not even a bit.
Others are able to listen to me. Others are able to listen to me.
Ma'am, your voice is echoing. Maybe something went wrong with the mic.
Any of the child tell your answer. Simran, tell your answer.
Ma'am, can you please repeat the question one more time? The voice was not audible.
Have you ever had to make a difficult choice?
In life, there are many decisions that a person need to make. Sometimes they are easy, sometimes they are very difficult. Yes, I maybe made have many decisions. Sometimes the result I regretted, sometimes I was happy that I chose that way. In life is very difficult. There is adventure, sometimes sadness, sometimes happy moments. I think that if anyone or at any time in my life I get the opportunity to choose a path that will be the adventurous and difficult one, because I want to find myself in and want to find more opportunities to see what I am capable of, and I want to make myself strong for the world.
Okay, good. Very well said. You have spoken so well. Now let's move to next question. After you have made a choice, do you always think about what might have been, or do you accept the reality? Suppose you have made up any of the choice in your life, okay, and you think about what might have been, or do you accept the reality? Arvind, you tell me this answer.
One should live in the present and not in the past. The philosophy of is the key to attaining success. Full stop. Life is not a bed of roses. Its hurdles are to be crossed bravely. One must not feel nervous and get dejected in the trying circumstances. On some instances, one need to be confident about the choice she makes.
Very, very good. Whatever you have spoken so well. I'm really impressed. Your answer is absolutely fine. Any another child, you raise your hand and tell me your answer. Hurry up. Okay, Divya, what have you written? Yes, Divya. Am I
Yes,
up?
ma'am.
Yes, tell me your answer.
After we had made a choice, we sometimes regret about that. Regret about the thing we have done and wanted to change it, but time never comes back. We need to accept the reality. We should learn from the result rather than regretting about the result after choosing between the two paths. Choosing between the two paths depend on our luck and the circumstances. Thinking about what might be done or feeling dejected after choosing the wrong path is definitely wrong. We should rather think about the present and rest of our life.
Okay, good. Now, my dear students, will be doing these question answers in your fair notebook. So I'm giving you 2 days to complete your notebooks, today and tomorrow. A day after tomorrow, I can tell any of the child to send me the notebook. Okay, so you should be particular about doing your work. In this answer, you have to tell about your personal experience, that whatever the choice you have made. So what do you think? Because sometimes we have to take a decision at a right time. Whatever the decision we take, it can make our future. Okay. So when after you make a choice, so you should accept a reality. Okay. You should have a positive approach towards the life. Because when you will have a positive approach towards life, in this way you will become happy. Okay. And you will be very much confident about your decisions. Okay, so I believe that sticking to your decision is absolutely right. That you should be firm, you should have a strong determination. Whatever you have made up, it is right. So this is all about this answer. So now your class is going to get over. Okay, 3 participants are so desperate to tell me the answer. Okay, Ridhima, you tell. Afterwards, I will over your class.
First of all, man is a changing mind. He or she will be never happy in his bad or good. So, according to me, in happy times, we are just saying that we have to have good time. And in bad time, we always say that why the bad time came. Every time teaches us a good lesson and how to experience our life. So, in the end, I would say that man should be happy in the both situations to handle handle and carry forward the good times and the bad times both.
Good, very good, very, very well spoken. Keep it up, Ridhima. Today you have proved your level very nicely. You have spoken so well. You have participated in my class with lots of zeal and enthusiasm. That's really good. I appreciate your participation. Student, those who are participating in the discussion of question answer, those students are doing so well. Others also keep on participating and tell your viewpoint. What do you think? Okay, now I'm going to over your class. Do your homework. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.